Underneath the bonnet of the Deepal S07, you get nothing. Another month, another new Chinese manufacturer, and this time it is Changan, who has just made their way into South Africa. But to call Changan new is a little erroneous. You see, Changan has been producing vehicles since the 1950s, starting out with military applications and then moving into passenger vehicles. We have one of their latest offerings here, the Deepal S07, a full electric crossover SUV that drives as good as it looks. First impressions are everything, and the S07 certainly grabs attention. It was designed by a design team that was led by the acclaimed Italian designer Bertrand Bach. He's been responsible for a couple of timeless Opel designs, and his Italian flair certainly comes through. We're seeing hints of Ferrari per sangue in this front end, and that's not a bad thing. This shark-like nose with a drooping bonnet, narrow LED headlights, and then down in the front, this lower section of the bumper, rather sporty, rather aggressive, but there's a great use of various materials. There's a gloss black, there's a gunmetal grey, and then a brushed metal look, offset by some of these glossy panels. And the same sort of treatment is down the side with the wheel arches and these kick panels. It rolls on a set of 20-inch alloy wheels. Around the back, well, there's a little bit of Tesla in it, and in fact we're even seeing a little bit of JLR, some Range Rover Evoque and Range Rover Velar. It has that coupe-like styling that is so popular these days. It certainly is a head-turner. The back end of the S07 is maybe not as attractive as the front end, but you do still get this coupe-like styling, this raked rear window and this spoiler up top here with a high mount brake lamp. This taillight signature extends all the way across the tailgate and even illuminates the rear badge. You've got this faux diffuser down here at the bottom with a centrally mounted fog lamp. Then the electronically operated tailgate opens up to offer you 510 litres of space, which is rather generous, and that can be expanded when you fold the seats down in a 60-40 folding configuration. It has a rather high floor, but also no sills, so that makes loading and unloading rather easy. It does cost you a little space, but for the convenience, it's a small price to pay. Climb inside and you're greeted with a beautiful, luxurious cabin in the Deepal S07. It's wonderfully sculpted. It has this horizontal theme that ties into the doors rather nicely. Their use of materials is, for the most part, great. They use a microfiber leather here in the center console, on the seats, on the dashboard, and in the door cards. But then in the door cards, they've also used this imitation wood grain plastic, and I feel that that just cheapens the entire affair. I would have liked to have seen a repurposed wood or even a bamboo type effect here. That would have just bumped it up a notch. It doesn't have door handles, there's simply a button there, and the window switches seem to be backwards. It's a little counterintuitive. What should be up is down and what's down is up, or so it seems. No door handle because you simply push on a button and the door opens rather nicely. It's got easy access. So the seats, 8-way, power adjustable with heating and ventilation. A wonderful quilting and raised stitching, a little bit of embroidery in the backs as well. There's no gauge cluster. Everything is here in this large 15.6-inch screen, but we'll get to that in a moment. You see, it's got augmented reality driver display, a heads-up display. And that is going to show you navigation, it's going to show you the path, it's going to show you the vehicles around you, what gear you're in, how fast you're going. It's going to give you all your customary warning and alert lights, so if the headlights are on or if your indicator's on, and it's also going to do your blind spot assist. It's going to show up on either side of this augmented reality heads-up display. But this screen is rather good. The infotainment system runs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8155 chipset, and it is super slick and super quick. All of the functions are done through there. The minimalist approach is possibly too minimalist. Adjusting the mirrors is done through the screen. If you want to change lighting or heating and ventilation, all through there. You want to open up the sunshade. Well, while there is physical buttons, it can be done here. But these are pretty much the only physical buttons that you get. The thing is, this horizontal landscape-orientated screen can actually be rotated. It's canted now towards the driver. But I can square it up so that everybody can see what's happening there. And it can even be tilted towards the passenger. That's rather nice. A little gimmicky, but rather nice. I'll keep it facing me, thanks. It has a great audio system, 14 speakers with great sound reproduction. The cabin is exceptionally quiet, double glazed windows and plenty of space. As is customary in many Chinese SUVs and crossovers, rear space has been prioritized. So you've got a lot of headroom, shoulder room and leg room. The flat floor of the EV means that there's a lot of space for your feet. But if there isn't enough, you can change that from back here. You see, this control panel allows you to adjust the passenger seat and give yourself a little more legroom. It also allows you to adjust the sunshade. So if your brain is busy baking, you can also close that up. That makes it far easier than bothering the driver to do it while they're concentrating. Underneath the bonnet of the Deepal S07, you get nothing. No, you don't. It's an EV. What you do get is 125 litres of front space, or fruit. It's additional storage and cargo space for you to use. The S07 is actually rear-wheel drive, and it has the motor on the rear axle. It makes 160 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque. The battery is a 66.8 kilowatt hour version. And this is said to give you around 560 kilometers of range, but I think realistically you can bank on about 480 to 500 instead. They do claim consumption figures of around 15 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers though. But it's very safe too. The S07 has scored a full 5 stars in the Euro NCAP with excellent scores for adult occupant, child occupant and vulnerable road users. But the safety systems are a little intrusive. The driver attention alert particularly, and that's one that you need to switch off every time you restart the vehicle. It becomes a little bit of a habit, but it's a little irritating at first. It drives really well. It is comfortable and it has a variety of drive modes. Eco, Comfort, Sport, but Eco is the only one that has regenerative braking, and I haven't been able to find a setting that allows it in Comfort or in Sport mode. I would have liked to be able to set the regenerative braking myself. But that's a small one. You're probably going to drive it in Eco mode most of the way. It is peppy, it is pokey. Put it into Sport mode and you can really lean on that 160 kilowatts. The suspension is good, steering feels great. It's an overall a very, very agreeable package. The Deepal S07 will set you back 999,000 Rand, and that puts it in the realm of other EVs like the Volvo EX30, which has the same sort of minimalist approach to things. I prefer the styling of this though. I think I would take it over the EX30. It feels like it's got more space as well. I think it is a viable alternative to the mainstream million Rand EV SUVs. So if you're into greener mobility or just looking to reduce your running costs, yeah, you could do a Deepal S07. I want to thank you very much for watching this review. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and comment below. Let us know what you think of this S07. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we bring you great content every single week.